Family fun day at the ballpark. A race around the racetrack here at Barrington Stadium in Tempe, Arizona. That's just about the only fun any Sun Devil fans had so far to start this game. Halfway through things here in Tempe, it's a 4-0 UCF lead in a game to decide the 3-game series.
Well, that's what it's all about. Is there's so many kids out here this weekend at the ballpark. You're starting them young. And this ASU squad does such a good job of giving back to these young girls and young boys after the game.
There's been a youth softball team not for the starting lineups in all 3 games in this series. One of them even stayed after the game yesterday. Got a nice post-game speech from Coach Bartlett down that third base line. Kaylee Pond trying to set some sort of tone as the Sun Devils lack a hit through 3 innings.
And KP's had a pretty quiet weekend overall for as good as she has been all season.
Hit by pitch and scored a run in game 1. It was 0 for 2. It was 0 for 3 until the 7th inning double with 2 outs in yesterday's game. A 2-1 count. Her second time seeing Isabella Vega in game 3. Flying to center field back in the first inning. Popped straight up off the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Vega still without a strikeout in this game. Full count. This is the deepest count of the game for Arizona State. Their only base runner was Sam Swan. It was a hit by a pitch with 2 outs. The first pitch she saw in the first inning. Sam's on deck. And ball 4. Kaylee Pond, the emotional leader, getting that third base dugout fired up. A leadoff base runner aboard.
Yeah, really setting the tone. Great job being disciplined at the plate. Really hunting and waiting for the pitch that she wants. Able to draw a leadoff walk.
Here's Sam Swan, adding that 8-game hit streak to 7-game multi-hit streak into that right-handed batter's box. Kenzie Brown settled the game down in the top half of the last few innings. She sent down 9 in a row. 2 consecutive zeros. This one's bolted deep to left. It's gone. Sam Swan and Fuego. She lights up Arizona State and gets them on the board. It's 4-2.
Sam Swan, take a bow and continue your tear. She gets the home run pitchfork. And she has been absolutely on fire the last couple weeks. First pitch, and this one was an absolute no-doubter. Sam Swan showing off her power. She knew it as soon as she made contact.
Positive energy in this building for the first time all afternoon. The deficit cut in half. Nobody out in the 4th inning. Still with the middle of the order at the plate. Katie Chester takes a strike. A bounce out to 3rd to end the 1st. All of a sudden, this game feels completely different.
Yeah.
With 1 swing of the bat, and a patient plate appearance to start the frame.
It's completely changed the energy in this stadium.
8th home run of the year for Sam Swan. RBI total down to 36. It's a leader in homers and RBIs at the plate. Now double barrel action for UCF in that right field bullpen. The strategy that worked for them yesterday was don't allow a pitcher to see the Sun Devil lineup more than 1 time through until they had that firm grasp on the game. They kept the Sun Devils off balance and forced them to go 1 for 10 in big moments with runners in scoring position.
The good news for ASU, though, Katie Chester, when you look at, she leads the team in home runs with 15. When you look at the homers she's hit this season, Most of them have come on changeup pitches, and then more recently has had a couple homers off of rise ball pitches. Those are exactly the two pitches that Vega throws.
Going to reactivate this fourth inning. 1-2. Chopper toward third again. Jaimez, good defender at the hot corner. First out of this fourth. That's what makes Sunday games so interesting, because if it is again the second matchup of aces on the week, both lineups is at a full game against the opposing pitcher. Bouncer towards second, deep in the hole is Humphreys, just enough to throw out Emily Shep. But an early big lead isn't necessarily enough, because energy and momentum is such a big thing, to where Kenzie Brown's in a groove right now with those 9 straight retired.
Yeah.
She's allowed time for the offense to get back in it. Now all of the belief and energy is on that third base side.
Well, and just think about it, especially in Big 12 play, 4 runs is not going to hold up with all the power and the offenses in this entire conference.
Pretty much the only team that is immune to that necessarily is probably Texas Tech, even though they just lost to Utah a couple of days ago. Ended their stretch of what, 15 straight wins. Actually, Mejia at the plate, 0 for 1.
That'll be a fun series, though. ASU, their final home series of the regular season is against Texas Tech.
Kaylee Pond battled with 2 strikes, able to work a leadoff walk. Sam Swan a pitch later. Arizona State on the board with a 2-run line drive homer to left. Vega has answered back with a couple of ground outs, and now a 2-1 count on Ashley Mejia. Another very productive season for the Sun Devil right fielder. Swing and miss, 2-2. There's the changeup.
That was a nasty pitch from Vega outside.
Still no strikeouts in the game for the right-hander. This one's popped up left side in the infield. The shortstop Evans has the ball. Arizona State gets their first hit of the game. It's a big one, a 2-run blast for Sam Swan, and the energy and the momentum belongs to the Sun Devils.